Have you ever tried a Ouija board? I bet most of you have never seen one in person. It's not like you can just walk into Walmart and buy one. But what if I told you it was easier to get one than you think? You could even find one at your local library. And I know this because I've been looking for one for months. But there's one thing you should be aware of before trying one. The spirits aren't always friendly. Sometimes they are evil and will do anything to escape into our world. Are you still watching? Good, because I'm about to show you what really happens when you use a Ouija board. Welcome to Dark Whispers. It was 1962 when two friends went to Kenosha, Wisconsin to attend a seance. They didn't believe in ghosts or demons, but thought it would be fun to go to a psychic fair. One of the psychics read their palms and told them their fortunes. Then she said something that made their blood run cold. She claimed one of them would soon die in a car accident. Months later, that exact prediction came true. Only one of the two friends was involved in the accident. Now they believe the psychic put a curse on them. Did she really predict the future, or did she cast a curse? Well, let me show you what happened next. After the tragic accident, the surviving friend began searching for answers. He wanted to know the truth behind the psychic's prophecy. This led him to a medium named Helen Acton, who he believed could communicate with the dead. During the seance, the spirit of the deceased friend appeared. It explained how the psychic had actually cursed him. Not only that, the psychic had opened a doorway for other malevolent spirits to enter. These spirits were now causing chaos in the life of the surviving friend. Was this all an elaborate hoax? Or is it possible that the psychic had powers? Either way, the story gets darker. Helen promised to help the man lift the curse by performing a ritual. She then took him to a lake near Kenosha, Wisconsin. There, while holding hands in a circle, they performed a ceremony designed to seal the portal. Just as they finished the spell, a chilling wind swept across the lake. Suddenly, a ghostly apparition emerged from the water. The spirit beckoned to Helen and vanished beneath the surface. Moments later, her body was pulled under the water. The man watched in horror as the spirit dragged Helen deeper and deeper into the depths. He frantically called out to her, but his pleas went unheard. Eventually, Helen's head resurfaced, but her eyes were blank and soulless. She uttered a single phrase, "The gate is open." With that, she disappeared beneath the waves. Years passed, but the man never forgot Helen or the horrifying events at the lake. Then one day, he received a mysterious phone call. A woman on the line claimed to be Helen and invited him to meet her at the same lake. Hope surged through him, believing Helen had somehow returned from the dead. Upon meeting the woman, he learned the truth. It was another psychic who had taken on Helen's identity. This individual revealed Helen's true fate. After being dragged under the water, she had drowned. However, her spirit remained trapped on the mortal plane due to the open portal. The psychic explained the only way to save both Helen and himself was to perform a dangerous ritual that would close the gateway once and for all. Would you do anything to save a loved one's soul? Well, if so, keep watching because things are about to get intense. The psychic guided the man to a secluded spot on the beach near where Helen had vanished. Here, amidst the crashing waves, they began their ritual. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows around them, they chanted ancient incantations. Their voices echoed eerily over the water. Suddenly, the wind picked up, whipping their hair and clothes about them. The man felt an overwhelming sense of dread wash over him. Was this all a trick? Could Helen really come back? His heart pounded in his chest as the psychic continued the spell. Just when he thought it couldn't get any worse, a ghastly figure began to emerge from the darkness. It was Helen, but her form was twisted and distorted, like a creature from some nightmare. Her eyes glowed with an otherworldly light and a wicked grin spread across her face. With every passing moment, the apparition grew more solid, her presence becoming stronger. The psychic screamed, "She's coming through." The man stumbled back in terror as Helen materialized fully before him. Her skin was pale as death, her eyes vacant and soulless. She reached out a hand toward him, her touch burning like fire. The man recoiled in pain as the full weight of the curse upon them crashed down. Helen cackled maniacally, reveling in the fear that radiated off him. "You cannot escape me," she hissed, her voice a raspy whisper that sent chills down his spine. But the psychic fought valiantly, desperately trying to hold back the tide of darkness that threatened to engulf them. With a final surge of strength, he pushed the man away from Helen, shielding him with his own body. "Run," he gasped, his voice strained with effort. "Don't look back." The man hesitated only a moment before obeying. He turned and fled, hearing the psychic's screams echoing behind him as he ran. He knew there was no chance of survival for his friend. To save him, he had unleashed unimaginable evil into the world. What will happen to him now? Find out next time. Now that you've heard the first part of this terrifying tale, I am sure you're eager to know what fate awaits the man who escaped the clutches of the vengeful spirit. How will he deal with the guilt of leaving his friend behind? Will he find a way to stop Helen from causing more harm? To discover what happens next, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And why not share your thoughts on the story so far in the comments below? Your feedback is incredibly important to us, so make sure to let us know what you think. But don't stop there. For more spine-chilling stories that will leave you up all night, explore the rest of my channel. There are plenty more terrifying tales waiting to be discovered. So click on that subscribe button and join our growing community of horror fans. Who knows, you might just find your next favorite scary story right here. Thanks for joining me on this chilling journey into the unknown. Until next time, sleep tight and don't call me after midnight. Let's move on to the next video. Have you ever wondered what it's like to gaze into the abyss, to peer beyond the veil of reality into the realm of the unseen? Some say the entities we encounter there are benevolent, while others claim that they are malevolent beings that seek to corrupt our very essence. Let me tell you a story that happened to a young man who dared to venture into the darkest depths of the spiritual plane. A young man named Alex was fascinated by the occult. He spent countless hours poring over ancient grimoires, seeking knowledge of the hidden and mysterious. One day, while exploring his late grandfather's belongings, he stumbled upon a dusty old book bound in human skin. Intrigued, Alex opened the book and found it contained strange symbols and incantations written in a language he did not recognize. He felt an overwhelming sense of power as he realized that he had uncovered a secret that had been hidden for centuries. Driven by curiosity, Alex decided to perform the ritual outlined in the book. He gathered the necessary ingredients, including a black candle, a silver platter, and a dagger. As he began the incantation, the room grew colder and darker, and he could feel a presence growing stronger with each word he spoke. Suddenly, a portal opened behind him, and a voice boomed, "Who dares disturb the balance of the universe?" Startled, Alex turned to face the voice and saw a creature unlike any he had ever imagined. It had the head of a lion, the body of a serpent, and wings of fire. Its eyes blazed with an otherworldly light, and its presence radiated power and menace. As the creature approached him, Alex felt his fear turn to fascination. He realized that he was in the presence of a great demon lord, one of the most powerful beings in the universe. The demon lord demanded that Alex name his price, offering him untold power and knowledge in exchange for his service. Torn between his desire for knowledge and his fear of the creature, Alex hesitated. The demon lord pressed him, sensing his hesitation, and tempted him with visions of the power he could wield. But in the end, Alex refused the offer, choosing instead to stand against the demon lord and protect the balance of the universe. In a battle that shook the foundations of reality, Alex fought valiantly against the demon lord. He used all his strength and skill, drawing upon the courage and wisdom he had gained from his studies. And in the end, he emerged victorious, banishing the demon lord back to the abyss from which it had come. Hailed as a hero, Alex returned to his normal life, forever changed by his encounter with the demon lord. He continued to study the occult, but now with a deeper understanding of the forces he was dealing with. He knew that the battle was never truly over, but he was ready to stand against the darkness whenever it threatened to engulf the world. So what do you think? Have you ever encountered a demon? What would you do if faced with such a powerful entity? Share your thoughts below, and do you forget to like and subscribe for more terrifying tales from the dark side. Until next time, stay safe and keep your doors locked, because you never know what might be lurking on the other side.